So, a real life Barbie spent nearly $200,000 turning her dream house pink. And I thought this would be pretty interesting to check out because, I mean, one, someone is this much of a fan of pink, but then two, spending nearly $200,000 on something like this seems kinda foolish. So let's check this out. So, a Barbie fan has become an Instagram star for sharing her obsession with the color pink and creating her own real life Barbie dream house. Bruna Barbie from Curitiba, Paraná in Brazil, who used to work as a lawyer, was first nicknamed Barbie in school and it stuck. Now the model and influencer who has a law degree is making a living simply for her love of all things pink. She shares her day-to-day pink life on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, where she has more than 23 million followers in total, and her videos get more than 40 million views. Hold on. Let me see what her YouTube kind of like looks like. Oh my gosh. She has over 4.4 million subscribers on YouTube. Wow. Wow. She's definitely getting good video views. She's been doing this for years, being a Barbie. She's basically like the ultimate like Barbie duplicate. 5 years, 8 years ago, she's been doing the whole Barbie thing. 10 years ago? Oh my god. She's been doing this for 10 years, being a Barbie? Well, I mean, that kind of explains it. She's got over a billion views. 1,329,907,295 views. And like here's the thing, right? Even though this is technically in Brazil, which means like the type of ad revenue that she's probably getting isn't that kind of like crazy. Like for example, if like I'm in the United States, if I got her amount of views and was monetized, I probably would have made over like 6, 7 million dollars if I had those views to put it into like perspective. Like that's kind of crazy, but she still probably has made over $1 million just from her YouTube videos. So in terms of like, can she afford this? Yeah, she could definitely afford this. She's been doing this for 10 years. She used to be a lawyer. She has probably massive amounts of views and followers on all of her social media platforms. But it's just like, it's so crazy to be like Barbie for 10 years. Like, can you imagine being Barbie for 10 years? Being any sort of character for 10 years? That is insane to me. Bruna said, I was born in Brazil in the city of Curitiba in the state of Paraná. I have a brother and I am the youngest daughter. I did well in school and went on to achieve a degree in law. I have also worked as a model over the years, but today I am a proud digital influencer. I've always been in love with the color pink since I was little, but from my teen years onwards, I wouldn't trade pink for anything. At school, classmates started calling me Barbie, and it stuck. Like, everything's so pink. It's so crazy. As an adult, she has spent more than 163,000. I think that's. I don't know what that currency is. Hold on. Let me search this. What is this? The pound sign. Okay. So the pound sign is the symbol for the pound unit of sterling. Okay. So it's for the United Kingdom. Interesting. And about $199,000, turning her home completely pink, including the water of her swimming pool. On TikTok, Bruna is one of the 10 most followed Brazilians. She has more than 18.3 million digital followers on the app. Bruna said, I started on Vibe Vlog sharing photos of my day to day with my pink looks, and before I knew it, I started to get popular on the internet. I didn't really think too much about it. Like, this is the thing that's kind of like always kind of like crazy to me because I don't think people really understand the potential money that is involved in social media, right? So, for example, let's say that you do like some sort of like code, right? Or like, let's say like, oh, use my code Domino's, right? To get like $10 off of your next purchase, or like 10% off of your next purchase at Domino's, something like that, right? You see all those types of like ads or sponsorship or whatever kind of stuff, right? Those influencers are probably making like a disturbingly high income per month, right? So, as like an example, to be a little bit more specific, one of the people that I like to watch a lot is a YouTuber, like more like a fitness health YouTuber who goes by the name More Plates, More Dates. And what's interesting about him is like his business model is like very focused on like influencer marketing. And what's interesting about that is like all his influencers basically have their own special code. And a lot of those influencers are able to like get like affiliate marketing from like for his products by using their special code, so they could get like recurring revenue per month on these like supplements. So like they could maybe be making like, I don't know, like 10, 20, $30 per month per person that buys a supplement with their code to get a discount every single month, right? That's like an example. And some of these people got like millions upon millions of followers, if not hundreds of millions of views. So you could easily start to like generate tens of thousands of dollars per month, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, like out of nowhere, right? You could pretty much have like no social media following, but then have like a video go viral. And if you have like a code and someone like connects with that video good enough or well enough, or they trust you well enough, and they use a code or something like that, you could generate insane amounts of money like in like the snap of the fingers. So like a lot of these like top tier, top 10 uh, influencers are probably making multiple millions of dollars per month. But still, is it worth it though? Like I don't know if it's worth it to like basically live your life as Barbie for like 10 years to be able to make millions and millions of dollars. I don't know if it's worth it because to me, I don't know if I could survive being Barbie for 10 years. Let's see, in 2009, I joined Orchid and ran 5 profiles. My followers started asking me to create a YouTube account. Until then, I'd only really shared photos of my pink outfits, but soon after, I decided to take the leap and make some videos for YouTube. I started sharing my pink life more and more. Then, one of Bruno's videos went viral on YouTube, and she was asked to appear on the internet famous board on a Brazilian TV show. After that, Bruno's following skyrocketed and more social media opportunities started coming her way. As her online presence continued to grow, Bruna came to be faced with a risky decision. She explained, I was getting busier and busier running my social media. I didn't have to give up my law career for my pink career, but I definitely had to pause it. I was growing as a digital influencer and it wasn't possible to reconcile the two jobs. I soon realized I wanted to share my passion for the color pink and my inspiration from the Barbie doll with the world. As Bruna started to earn good money out of being an influencer, she decided to start her next mission to make her very own Barbie dollhouse to live in. She doesn't usually spend a lot of money because brands often send her free pink items such as clothes, makeup, and decorative furniture. Her bedroom appliances, kitchen utensils, bathroom clothes, glasses, shoes, and even her swimming pool are now bright pink. In 2021, she bought herself a pink car, the exact same Barbie toy car that Barbie creator Mattel released. She said, with my successful work as a digital influencer, I started making a lot of money. Then I saw the possibility of building a house inspired by Barbie and inspired by my pink style. My home is a place where wishes come true, where imagination is transformed into sweet pink and unparalleled experiences, and where fantasy goes hand in hand with the real world. I managed to make one of my dreams come true, having a dollhouse. That's right, I have a whole pink house. I have no idea how much I have spent in total, but at the beginning of the construction and decoration, I had already spent more than 1 million reais, or 163,000, like whatever, not pounds or whatever, it's like the UK thing I looked up, or $199,000. Ultimately, is Bruno's incredibly pink house that is the backdrop of the majority of her influencer content. In one TikTok video, which has more than 1.5 million likes and 31,600 comments, Bruno throws a bucket of pink dye into her swimming pool to turn the water bright pink. She then relaxes on a pink sun lounger by the pool before using a bubble machine to create bubbles. In another TikTok video, which has more than 612,000 likes, Bruno's house gets given a pink makeover. A painter uses a giant roller to give her pale pink house a bright fuchsia makeover. He paints the walls, the floor, the roof, and the outside of the swimming pool, and creates a fun pink striped effect. Keen to get involved, Bruno then dresses in pink overalls with a matching hat as she has a go at painting her house. She dips her paintbrush in the paint and helps create the perfect pink blend, and the video titled Barbie Life in the Dream House has more than 1 million likes and 15,600 comments. Bruno said, "When I started the Pink House project, I was already quite popular on the internet, and I had a very good acceptance of brands. Due to the diversity we are experiencing today, dozens of companies supported me, so I closed many advertising jobs and was able to decorate the whole house. Another dream I managed to fulfill last year was to get my pink car, which is actually the same Barbie toy car that Barbie maker Mattel released, only mine is life size." And Bruna, who is a vegetarian and loves animals, she has 4 pet dogs, is also the godmother of the Jude project, where she helps the animal cause. The whole reason she went to law school was to enable her to be able to defend animals in the future. Now her next goal is to open her very own animal shelter one day, but she can't promise it won't be pink. Interesting. Let's see. Anything else? Bruno says that she's passionate about her work as a digital influencer, which merely started as a hobby, and she had no idea that one day the internet would be her profession. Okay. Well, I mean, at least she's like very grateful, which is pretty cool. But again, like, it's amazing that she's been doing this for 10 years, right? Again, I don't know if I could be like a character like Barbie for 10 years. And I keep like repeating this, but it's like 10 years of doing this, right? Imagine like you spent 10 years pretending to be Barney. Imagine you spent 10 years to be like Godzilla. Like, that just seems so crazy to me. But the cool thing about this is that she wasn't like financially stupid by doing this. Like, even the house itself pretty much is like a brand deal. So she like basically got so many brands to work with her on her house project, where she pretty much got all this probably taken care of financially speaking, made money off of it. Like, I don't think she like basically lost really any money on this house if you factor in all of her brand deals and the views that she's gotten from this and like selling of products, etc. She's probably made millions of dollars from the spending of the $200,000 on this home, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But like, another good example of like someone doing something similar to this, not necessarily being like Barbie for like 10 years, but let me put this up. Hold on. Street Speed. I think this is the guy's YouTube channel. Yeah.
I'll make this quick.
Yeah. So I used to watch this guy like all the time. He's called Street Speed 717. I haven't watched him in forever. He's a super nice guy from what I've seen. But like, this guy basically puts like, he just constantly buys like cars, vlogs it, that kind of stuff, right? Points of view, all this sort of stuff, right? But this guy basically has like created a brand about him like buying cars, driving them around, doing stuff with them, etc. Right? And he's made a good amount of money, and he's revealed how much he's made before. Right? Hold on, let's see. I wonder if it's going to like show it. Because I think he's shown that he's made like hundreds of thousands of dollars from his channel.
I'll make
Probably,
this quick
he's
because
probably made over like $1 million, $2 million off of his channel, maybe in ad revenue already. Because the automotive niche is pretty high, like CPM. But the interesting thing about this is that he is someone that basically spends money on his vehicles, but they're basically justifiable spending because his whole brand is about these supercars or interesting cars. He makes money off of the videos of these cars. So even when he buys a car that might cost like 200 grand, he in effect is basically making money off of that car in a way. Like for him, it's like an investment in like his business, right? Like that's like the way that you could view it. It's like imagine you could buy a brand new Lamborghini, generate money off of that. Like you buying that Lamborghini makes you money. Potentially, let's say that you make a video of you literally taking delivery of your Lamborghini or buying your Lamborghini and you make 20 grand off of that one video or 10 grand off that one video. You've already dropped basically the price of that Lamborghini by that amount. And you just make, who knows, maybe 10, 20 more videos like that, and you basically just paid off your car, right? Or broke even in a sense. So it's kind of like an interesting way to kind of like view it. Because this whole social media influencer space is so weird that you could do things like that. Like, I remember watching this guy a long time ago where he bought a Lamborghini which cost him, I think, about like $210,000, but it skyrocketed his actual business so much where the guy made like nearly $3 million in a single year just because he bought that Lamborghini because it was just like a marketing tool in a way. And so it generated crazy amounts of revenue in terms of like pure profit in a way for him in like that year where he made basically close to like $3 million just from that, which is pretty insane when you think about it. Like after paying taxes, making 3 million because you bought a Lamborghini, that's kind of crazy, right? Imagine you could buy basically your dream car and make $3 million profit basically in that year. That'd be pretty awesome, right? So even that Barbie girl that we just talked about could make crazy amounts of money. Like I don't think she really lost any money again building that home. She even said that she makes a crazy amount of money at being an influencer. She had all these massive brand deals for her house, so she decked out her house completely. So it's like for her, it makes perfect sense. But not everyone can like really justify spending that type of money, right? Like a normal person can't be like, oh, I want to do something specific to my house and I'm willing to spend 200K on that. Well, the reality is you're probably not going to get that money back. It's basically like probably not going to improve the value of the home that much. So, for you being like a normal human being, or me being a normal human being, we wouldn't be able to justify doing something like that. But if you are a pretty massive influencer, you could, where it basically justifies you doing something absurd like that. Or like, like this individual, Street Speed 717, where he basically does like absurd things with his cars, right? So like, look, jumping my Lamborghini Urus over my Lamborghini Aventador, mistakes were made. This was 2 years ago. This has 3.4 million views. This has probably made him, who knows, like 20 to maybe even $30,000 in ad revenue because it's like a 20-minute video. Like, is super interesting. Like how much money some of these like YouTubers or influencers could potentially like make money is like kind of like insane. Okay, oh, so this is like 4 years ago, right? And he says, how much do big car YouTubers really make? Is YouTube killing us? Actual numbers revealed. And
Good
again,
morning, guys, and welcome.
this is like 4 years ago, right? So hold on. Let me see analytics. So let's see. I want to see the CPM. Okay. Yeah. So this is where he actually goes to show it a little bit, right? So right here, hold on. Let's play this a little bit.
More, and then January and February. As soon as it loads. So my CPM is 892, and this is a good month right now. These are pretty good months.
By the way, that 892 means that's what he gets paid per 1,000 views. So he makes $8.92 per 1,000 views.
leading up to Christmas because advertisers pay more, and then January and February, then your revenue kind of goes down. But we can assume that most car YouTubers are going to make about the same amount of money because we all make the same type of content.
And this, I think, goes to show like it's like 60 something
And it's
thousand.
going to vary a little bit, but we should all be pretty similar. See, this is the actual number before.
Yeah, and like, so let's see. So the last 28 days, right? This is back in September 25th, 2018 to October 22nd, 2018 for the car guy, right? For in like 28 days, right? He got $61,672.18 for only 4,204,058 views. Think about that for a second. Do you realize how insane that actually is? He's basically making, back then, years ago, like a monthly income of what people make in a year. Okay? Now, if you times this like if you times this like basically times 12, which isn't really the case that you should do, but let's just say that he made this roughly every month. That is an insane amount of money, right? So like, let's put it. So what? $61,672.18 times 12. That is $740,066.16 from just YouTube ad revenue back in the day, right? And things change. He sells products, etc. So like these influencers have the capability of making ungodly amounts of money, like literally ungodly amounts of money. Like I think there's like a YouTuber called Meet Kevin where he actually exposed how much he made, and that guy was making like in like some months like $500,000 in like a single month in just ad revenue, where people like watch those like annoying ads on YouTube videos. That's crazy amounts of money. Imagine you made half a mil in 1 month of work. Like, what? Absolutely crazy.